140.
But Andreas is keeping him honest at every single juncture. 140 to stay in the match. Double 10 for the first blockbuster finish of the week. John Henderson for 140 to stay in the match.
Game's on
he
the
is never
leg.
out
John
until
Henderson.
he is beaten. John Henderson brings the first game of the week back to level at 3-3. And our first match will have a last leg shootout here on Monday morning at the Live Lounge.
Or that dart.
Now it's close to the M25 than the actual 25.
Required 20.
And so Harrison to eventually get over the line. Double 10. To pick up the first spoils of the week. Andreas Harrison gets the better of John Henderson and a last leg decider. A real good game to kick off week 6 here at the Live Lounge. A 7th leg decider, both players averaging high in the 90s, and the stats there paint a very good picture. 95-94, 98-61, 50% and 42% the finishing stats, and Henderson with that 140 out. But it's Harrison who takes the spoils in the first game of the week. And coming up after the break, Bradley Roose against Andreas Jorgenson.
Whoa,
That's Andreas' third max of the match, and it's raining down on maximums already. We have seen 7 180s in the first couple of matches. And considering 40. That we had an absolute dearth of them on Thursday and Friday afternoon in Group C, the power scoring is very much on show here. He's closing in on a 4-1 success.
137.
50 left after 9. Stoff Jorgensen has definitely come to the party.
60.
Well, if Chris Mason was playing,
50.
He would go for the bullseye to win the match in 10. And he wins it in 10, Andreas Jorgensen. One out of the Chris Mason scrapbook. A bullseye for a 10-darter for Andreas Jorgensen. It was as brilliant as it was audacious. And the Great Dane wins by 4 legs to 1 with an 88 average, a 107 out, 3 maximums in there. For Bradley Roose, work to do. And coming up after the break, the first ever Maltese player to play on the televised stage, Norbert Atard, in action against Chris Wickenden. And Atard here has got 6 darts from 89 to complete a 4-3 victory. He had raced into a 2-0 lead. It was clawed back by Chris Wickenden. And now has got 2 darts for the match. A double 16, and he only needs the 1 as he rounds the game off in 11 darts. It was a real flourish towards the line for Norbert Atard as he gets the better of Chris Wickenden by 4 legs to 3. An average of 87.5. 4 out of 16 on the doubling. He gets the better of Chris Wickenden in a last leg decider 4-3. We're going to take a short break. When we return, generations collide as John Henderson takes on Bradley Roose.
Taking it away that he's a damn good dart player as well. We know that bit, but the bit about him off the board is what a lot of people don't know.
Game shot.
Oh, this is stupendously good for John Henderson. And Bradley may get his first go at a double in this game. This is just to keep him in it, this 112. This tops the 2-1, and that's a superb finish because he has been fed scraps in this game. Yeah, that was a succulent 1-2-5 as Henderson looks to really cram the pressure in now, but it's a slip with the last. And so Bradley gets an opportunity to win the match on 41. And it's going to be 2 in hand at double 16 for a 4-3 win. And in it goes as Bradley Roose gets the better of John Henderson by 4 legs to 3. Hendo, who came out the tracks flying, but looked as if he had a bit of an issue with his eye towards the latter end of the match. But Bradley stuck with the task and seals a 4-3 success with an average just under 92.5. Henderson 93.35. Real good game statistically. Roose changing the game, bringing it back to 2-1 for 112 finish as Henderson had a dart to go 3-0 up. But it is the Dutchman that picks the points up. And when we return after the break, we've got a battle of England against Sweden as Chris Wickenden takes on Andreas Harrison.
Commentator's curse. I'm really
Yes,
sorry,
require
Chris, and any of your
124.
fans and supporters that are watching from home.
Haven't had a ton plus checkout in this game yet. The bullseye. Oh, that's
Game shot on the
superb.
fourth
And that
leg.
was right in the middle of the
Andreas.
ditch. To make it 2 wins from 2. And to
Game
really
shot
assert
on the
his
match.
authority at the beginning of the
Andreas
week.
Harrison.
Andreas Harrison with another rock-solid performance. A 4-1 victory against Chris Wickenden with another average in excess of 90. 90.19 the average comes down to. 4 out of 9 on the finishing. And that 1-2-4 there with Wickenden waiting and poised to make it 2-2. He beds the ball, does Dirty Harry, to make it 3-1. And he won away with a match from there. Coming up after the break, Andreas Jorgenson and Norbert Atard will round off round 2 for the day. Options here for Andreas, and decides to go 5-10. He likes this breakdown,
5.
but that could be the last dart he throws in this match.
40.
Unfortunately, it broke down on him there, didn't it? Unfortunately. Atard now will take his time. I'd advise him to throw one a little bit high. He's been under, and he's done it again. Then that's when it causes him a little problem. The open target of double 10. He makes no mistake. But it's a win for Norbert Atard. 4-2 in this one. 87.30 average, 3 180s. The little bit he might be concerned about is the 4 out of 13 on the checkouts. But we'll head to a short break and we will join you back with Big Hendo, John Henderson, against Chris Wickenden. It's available, of course, in the form of home and away, but I've never really watched that. But I used to race motocross back in the day and at Weymouth Beach Race. The guy that played Lance, Peter Vroom, he actually started the race with a flag. How about that on the beach?
Well, John Henderson may see the checkered flag in front of him because he's just broken the throw of Chris Wickenden to move into a 3-1 lead.
He is desperate for his first win of the day. He's been playing great. He's just not had the run of the green.
But if at first you don't succeed, you try and you try again, and it's third time lucky for John Henderson as he gets the better Chris Wickenden by 4 legs to 1 with an average just under 97, 3 180s, 4 out of 8 on the finishing, a 104 in there as well. A superb performance from John Henderson, and he is eventually off the mark at the third time of trying. Coming up after the break, Bradley Roose and Norbert Atard will toe the hockey.
Yeah, indeed, and Atard's average here of 75 has just not got him a go at doubles like he's had in other games, and he's a good 11 or 12 points behind Roose as we speak in the averages.
The match, Bradley
and
Roose.
It's game, shot and match to Bradley Roose. 4-0. Norbert Atard takes his first defeat from 3 games, and there we see the averages. 87.13, super solid from Bradley. 4 from 7, 57.14% on his doubles. He'll be pleased with that. We will head off into a short break. When we return, it will be Andreas Harrison against Andreas Jorgenson. Start their week. Yeah, Adrian Gray, obviously more renowned for his soft tip and was kind of a youth protege in the steel tip game here in the early days of the PDC. And yeah, he's one to look out for. Richie Howson, who's a late bloomer. That's why he's become really good. I knew him. He knocked me out of the World Masters maybe back in 2010 or maybe 11 on the ice rink in Hull, and the Owl was, as he was known then.
Game shot on the 5th leg. Andreas Harrison.
It just doesn't.
So 144 for Andreas Jorgenson, goes the Rob Cross route. 2 treble 18s. Needs himself the double to send us all the way. In spectacular style. A 144 for Andreas Jorgenson to send us to yet another last leg decider.
7th and final leg, it's Andreas Harrison to throw first. Game on.
But Harrison has kicked off the last leg in
180.
perfect style. He is as cool as a cucumber when it comes to these types of situations.
43.
He is, and again, it's the experience, it's timing, it's everything, really. Oh, he's timing this well again.
180.
Honestly, I think he really wants to be in that 9-dart Hall of Fame, doesn't he, here?
There's no better time for perfection
59.
than now
Race require
to win a match.
41.
With a 9-darter, treble 19. Treble 15 leaves double 18. For Andreas Harrison to win the game in perfect style. A 9-darter for the Super Swede of the Super Series. Give me a 9-darter, the Swede with a voulez-vous type finish to the match. That is absolutely incredible from Andreas Harrison.
Christian requires 65.
There's many ways to win a match, and Wickenden has got 6 from here to complete the job. 25 for tops. For a first win for Chris Wickenden. He's off the mark as he gets the better of Bradley Rose in a last leg decider. 4-3. Bradley visibly frustrated there, but it is Wickenden that picks up the points. Pugs with his first points of the day. An 85.62 average. 4 out of 14 on the doubles. And after the break, we'll see Andreas Jorgenson and John Henderson go toe-to-toe. He really wants in this leg. Andreas is a crater away.
Whoa!
Not anymore.
180. John
But that was almost a resignatory 180.
4 legs in, 3 180s in this match. Hendo unusually offline with his double
40.
top.
Andre, you require 61.
And so 61 for 2-2. And this would be an incredible scoreline, really. Double 1. Because Andreas Jorgenson has been completely outscored in this game. Leg. Single 5 for tops. To save the match, to send us all the way.
Andreas
And that is a third ton plus finish for Andreas Jorgenson today. The 105 joins the 107 and 144. But now he's got to hope that Andreas spurns his chance. Tots. For a great win for the Great Dane. Andreas Jorgenson gets the better of John Henderson in the last leg decider. He shakes his opponent's hand, knowing that once again he's outplayed his opponent but hasn't picked the points up. Andreas, clinical when he had to be. A 4-3 victory, 4 out of 10 on the doubles, and a 105 finish to send us all the way. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to see the 9-dart man back in action. Andreas Harrison against Norbert Atard.
Andreas, you require 141.
Well, he's taken out 141 today. Last time he had treble 15 for double 18. Lightning strikes twice to Andreas Harrison.
Andreas Harrison.
A second 141 of the day. Double 10, last dart in hand.
40.
And it grazes the wire.
Andreas
Harrison is back for double 4. To send us all the way once again for 7th time today.
Game shot on the 6th flag.
And leg 7 in game number 7 for Monday. It starts when it comes to the crunch. And there's no more crunch time than now. 25 first on the 1-2-1 with Atard not on a finish. And so it gives him the best possible opportunity to set up. And double 8 is going to be what he leaves after 12. So,
171
victory in succession. Andreas Henderson is looking at double 8 to seal a 4-3 success.
12.
And it goes inside.
And once again, Atard has given himself the opportunity by that big, big score to lead the 42. He pressured Harrison. Change of double for Atard. Off to the 18s now, having been unsuccessful on tops and 10s.
Game shot.
He manages to get over the line.
Atard.
He inflicts the first defeat on the 9-dart man, Andreas Harrison, here in game 12. The two lads having a chat about the game after. The averages, nothing to write home about. Looks like daylight robbery, really, looking at the averages from Atard with his 78 over Harrison's 88. But it's the 3 out of 16 for Harrison on the doubles. That was his problem in this game and allowed Atard through the back door. So we head off to a short break, and when we return, we will return with Andreas Toft Jorgenson against Chris Wickenden.
He is loving the lipstick, is Tofty.
Whoa!
That's his third max already. Someone get Owen Binks a lemsip.
99.
36th 180. The morning. We are in game number 13, unlucky for some.
Whoa!
37th 180, but more importantly, it's everybody's favourite 141 left this morning.
He's already had a go at this today. We've already seen it hit today. Is Andreas Toft Jorgenson going to join Andreas Harrison?
Boo. Yeah, started an unusual way.
62.
Caught our professional spotter out there, but I wouldn't have thought of starting that way either.
He's brought his average down to a measly 131.86.
125. Andreas, you're going 79.
And Wickenden still in the leg with that 125.
Game shot on the second
now.
leg. Andreas Toft Jorgenson.
In fairness to Chris Wickenden here, he is stuck with the task. He's hung with Andreas, despite the mesmeric start that he made.
177.
He's had 4 maximums, now 177 to leave double 12. Wickenden is only going to get a dart here, and you sense he's got to take it. Double 16.
Game
he
shot
does
on the
take
third
it.
leg. Chris Wickenden, 166.
Having to ride each other's storms, because Andreas has done the same to Chris and is looking to go 3-2 up. He does go 3-2 up with a 15-dart leg and a 66 kill. 12 for double 18. Change of tack. But same result on the doubles for Andreas Toft Jorgenson. He finishes the day with his third win from 5. He's very much in the Group A equation, is the Dane. He gets the better of Chris Wickenden in the last leg decider 4-3. He went off to a mesmeric start. He hit 4 180s in the first 2 legs. He threatened the 9, but he squeezes over the line in the last leg decider, beating Chris Wickenden 4-3. Andreas Harrison and Bradley Roose go toe-to-toe on the hockey when we return after this short break.
You don't want to give this lad opportunities because he does that.
On the second leg. Bradley Roose. Bradley required 25. For double
18. It's all about Bradley Roose now.
For a 4-2 win to end his day, and it would put him in the clubhouse lead. 5 for double 10. And Bradley Roose will head into the clubhouse lead, having won 3 out of 5 matches on day 1. The young Dutchman has saved a good performance for the end, and he's beaten the man who at one point looked seemingly unbeatable in Andreas Harrison. He hit a 9-darter to win his 3rd game in succession, but then hasn't won since. Bradley Roose with an 85-78 average, 4 from 7 on the doubles, a 1-2-7 in game as well. He beats Henderson 4-2 after the break, our last match of the day. Henderson, Atard. 18. And double top.
Game
118 to
shot the first
kickstart for John
leg.
Henderson. His third ton plus out of the day to put him 1-0 to the good.
Johnny required 12.
It's got as much time as one could want at this double six.
Game
To win the match
shot
4-1. And for John Henderson to
Henderson.
finish the day with 2 wins. He'll feel like he should have had more. The performances he's put in today has been up there with anybody in the group. But people have just raised their game against the Highlander. A 4-1 victory for John Henderson. The highlight being a 118 checkout. 4 from 10 when it came to the doubling. He's still in the picture. He's still in the mix. And this is a Group A that is so tight at the end of the first day's action. It's Bradley Roose at the top of the pile, but it's John Henderson who is the last victor of the day. Another average in excess of 90 for the Highlander. For Norbert Atard, it's been a good debut day. He's picked up 3 victories on debut. The player from Malta, who will be very happy with his opening days efforts. Plenty for him to work upon going into tomorrow's action. John Henderson will feel like there'll be a big push of his own going into day 2 as he wins the last game of the day against Norbert Atard by 4-1.
Yeah, thank you very much, Henry. Brilliant day of darts, Scott, today so far. We've seen all sorts of stuff, haven't we? 9 darters and really good performances, particularly there from John Henderson. We saw at the end of the day getting over the line, but he won't be happy with the points haul today.
Well, I think part of it, he can feel a little bit unfortunate. A lot of the guys have stepped up and played their really good game against him. He's been around that 90 average all day. He's had one off game. And it'll be a little bit disappointed, but the whole day has seen us. We've had 10 100-plus shots. We've had, 11 90 averages. It's been one of those days, 39 180s. It's been a hell of a morning for a Monday morning in Group A.
It absolutely has. A lot of 4-3s as well, and we'll give you a recap of the results from today. Henderson's finishing in style, but it was Harrison that started in style, wasn't it? 3 straight victories for Andreas Harrison, capped off with that 9-dart finish, but then goes on to lose his final 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's something that he's pretty conscious of. I'm not sure that it's anything like that. I just think once he hits the 9-darter, the other guys know that he's right on it, and they're probably stepping up their game a little bit, as well as his maybe dropping off, and they're meeting in the middle, and then you get the odd leg that is then difficult to try and hold on to.
Yeah, and here is that 9-dart finish from Andreas Harrison. He's really good, isn't he, when he's on that bottom wire of the treble 20. He can just build from that. And then he goes this way on the 141, which we've seen twice today, treble 20, treble 15, and double 18. And he's getting in on the act. It's been raining 9-darters here at the Super Series.
I keep telling everybody when I come here, this is the most perfect throw I've ever thrown on. And we're now beginning to see that, and the standard is getting higher and higher. And the more people come back and get more comfortable with the throw, we're only going to see more of them, Chris.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty recently. As you can see there, September last year, the first one was hit, but look at that tally this year. Heenahan hit the first 2 here, the last one in March, but then since July, that run of 9-darters. Steve West, who had another one last week. Fallon Sherrick, of course, that history-making one. Darryl Pilgrim, who did it on a history-making day. Sebastian Białecki, the only player to have produced one in Champions Week. He did that to win a match, just as Andreas Harrison did today. Are we going to get to 10 by the end of 2023?
Hey, why not? Who would say not? The way that this group has gone today, with the guys that we've got coming into Group B and C, and the guys dropping into there, they're going to be pushing each other hard, and I can't see why not. I really can't.
Yeah, it would be 2 9-dart finishers in the same week. That hasn't happened before at the Super Series, but new things happening all the time. And we're just going to show you the table today. It makes interesting reading because in the end, Bradley Roose is top of it. He didn't start particularly well today, but 4 players on 6 points, and one of them that isn't was the favourite to win this group. We don't know anything yet, do we?
Not really, but the good thing for Hendo is the fact that he's only 2 points away, and they do have 10 games to go. We've got 2 days to go. Let's not forget 2 days to go. So I don't think he'll be over panicking at this point.
What are you expecting from the next couple of days from this group?
Well, I'm expecting more of today, really. I think that the guys have really turned up and showed. Sometimes the second day, moving day, you find a little bit of apprehension because you kind of know that if you have a bad day on the Tuesday, you can take yourself out of the running for taking top spot in Group A. So there could be a bit of apprehension tomorrow because of the way they've played today. And to keep repeating that would be very difficult as well.
Well, we'll look forward to it. Thank you, Scott, for today. And thank you for watching here at the Super Series. A reminder that tomorrow's action will be live and exclusive only on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel. Who knows? There might be another 9-dart finish after Andreas Harrison produced perfection today.